On this episode of the TJ Thorpe Show, Tye Smith of the Minnesota Vikings. He's also a graduate of Towson University.
To the ones who are kind of starting to doubt themselves in the process, you can look at me as a testament that I ain't have no stars coming out of high school. I had, like I said, one offer that came before signing day. Ended up getting drafted 5th round by Seattle in 2015, and now I'm going on year 8.
Why Ohio State?
I believe Ohio State is where I want to be. That's where my heart was at. My family recognized how happy I was when I chose the decision to go there, and I believe that what they got going on is second to none.
What's up, everybody? This is TJ Thorpe, and you are tuned into the TJ Thorpe Show. And on this episode, we have a 2-part episode. We got Tye Smith of the Minnesota Vikings, and we have NC's top recruit, newly committed to Ohio State, Noah Rogers. I think this is going to be a really good episode, so buckle your seatbelt. We're going to mosey on from Raleigh right on up to Rolesville, North Carolina, and we're going to have a good talk with both of them. So buckle it up. Let's get right, get your refreshments. Don't leave your seat. Let's do it. We got our inside voices today because we're at Capitol Broadcast Studios, you know, the home of my show where everything goes down, the lab. Today we have a good visitor, a great visitor, a good friend of mine, Tye Smith of the Minnesota Vikings. He's also a graduate of Towson University and a Raleigh native here back with us. So, Tye, it's a pleasure to have you.
Appreciate
my
you,
brother.
Appreciate you.
So let's just jump right into it. So we thank you for your time first off. And I know you've been just broke from minicamp. So I want to check in there first off and make sure everything went well. Plays were made, obviously. Yeah. You rocking number 5, so I appreciate that, Lord. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I need that jersey. Well, I need it. So we'll talk about how you got there. So starting off, did you start off? I know you had some Capital City Steelers blood in you, but did you start off playing for the Steelers, or was that your Pop Warner team? Talk to me.
I started off initially playing for it was the Cleveland Chiefs at one point. It was over in Johnson County.
Okay.
Then we changed names to the Cleveland Wildcats. I played with my cousin C.J. Frederick, who actually went to West Johnson, played running back. You know, got a lot of records and stuff. Then I went over to Capital City, right in Raleigh. I played Pop Warner all the way until 9th grade.
Maybe Justin Burris. I feel like me and him might have crossed paths at one point when he was playing for Capital. Were y'all ever teammates when y'all were there? So?
Well, we weren't teammates, but we crossed paths through Capital City.
Okay.
He was on the, I believe at the time he played on the older team than I did. I played on the younger team, but we also ended up going, we went to East Millbrook together.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we formally met and became friends.
So as we can see, there in the Triangle area, there's been a lot of guys, especially coming out of Raleigh, you know, going to the big leagues, so to speak. And then coming from Capital City, you know, just a lot of these kids that are just playing, you know, now don't even realize, like, you know, this program's built a bit of a pipeline from going from Pop Warner ranks to doing the thing in high school and then going to college and then obviously to the league as you've done. So, well, that's cool, man. I just like to give them a little background, kind of how long you've been into this sport. It's not something that just started overnight. Yeah. You've been getting reps at it. You've been playing corner. You've been, you know, making plays all over the field. So get into your time at Wakefield. So I know I've seen some of your tape and I've worked out with you myself growing up. But talk to me about your time at Wakefield, how you made the decision, whatever decision you did make. I won't spoil the surprise, but whatever decision you did make for college. Talk about some of the time you put in, some of the things you did throughout your high school career to kind of make your dreams come true.
Well, it started out with summer workouts. Like I said, I played Pop Warner all the way to my 9th grade year. So I started playing high school 10th grade. I started off JV playing safety. It really started, like I said, with workouts. You know, me putting in that time with my teammates and grinding and really having a belief in myself that I wanted to go to the next level. And at that time, it was college. So my time there, as you can see, it worked out well, but it was really a grind. And I had friends, I had teammates at the time that helped me get through it. Help push. But as a team, we did well as well. Especially, I believe my junior year, we had a pretty good year. So we also had a good amount of talent on the team, not just myself, other people as well.
Who were some of those guys, if you don't mind me asking?
We had Nigel King, Connor Mitch, Darian Jones, Lawrence Keys, Daniel White.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
As a receivers, we had Courtney as a running back. Like we had Terrence. We had a lot of talent. So.
Wow. Sheesh. And so.
Rashad.
Dang, you still.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you are. I'm sitting here like, dang. No slight to my high school, but I can't name that many guys, who were, who went on and continued playing ball and were huge contributors on the team. Obviously, we had some good guys come to Jordan.
My bad. Matt and Ryan Anderson, Wake Forest guys. They went to Wake Forest.
Did watch now? I'm on the train. Did T.J. Graham play for y'all too?
Nah, he was older.
But he was at Wakefield.
Yeah,
he
went to Wakefield.
See, I was about to say, I know Wakefield is doing some things.
Yeah, so.
And shout out to Mr. Branson over at Wakefield, because I know he was my middle school coach in Durham. Somehow he made his way over to Raleigh, and he's now teaching at Wakefield. So any of the kids at Wakefield High School, he does know what he's talking about. But okay, cool. So then you get into this pivotal time, because obviously you named so many guys. I'd imagine that it's probably hard to not necessarily make plays, but to get noticed making those plays, because I know Nigel King was one-handing stuff and going crazy at that time. So how did your recruiting process go? From that sophomore year when you finally were on varsity up until junior year on varsity up until you left out the door.
It was slow. It was slow for me compared to Nigel. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that, he deserved every offer.
Right.
For guys like myself, it was slow. I actually ultimately only got one offer, and that offer actually came. I went to an NC State camp in June, leading up to my senior year, and I actually ended up meeting the DB coach for Towson at the time at NC State. I had the dreams of going to state, going to a bigger college and stuff, but ultimately it didn't work out. And my offer came 2 months before signing day, where Towson offered me. And like I said, it was my only offer, so I took it.
Right.
And it was a D1 AA school up in Baltimore, Maryland. So.
That mindset, I'm sure you had beyond the amount of plays that anybody else could have made in high school, but that mindset of maybe feeling passed over, maybe people not understanding your full potential, your worth. What type of mind frame did that give you? Because I know a lot of times kids feel like if it's not the big D1, like you said, if it's not the NC States, the Clemsons, the UNCs, we'll go ahead and show Duke some love, the Dukes, the Wake Forests. If it's not those schools, a lot of times kids just kind of pack it in, or feel like they didn't succeed to where they need to be. But you kind of, you took that personally, so to speak. And I say that because I like to also give people their flowers here on the show, because obviously you deserve it. But I remember working out with you myself and feeling this energy in one-on-ones where we were competing, we were having fun. But I always felt like, there's a target on me, like he's gunning for me, he's whatever. But it was always good. You were always asking questions of, why do receivers do this, or why is it just trying to get that understanding? Do you think that ignited that fire under you, kind of maybe that draft feeling of not getting drafted, but wanting to have that chip on your shoulder? Have you kind of carried that through your career?
Yeah, I think that ultimately started. I mean, I think I've always had it in me. Just being, I have an underdog mentality. Me believing that I am one of the best,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and that I can be. but knowing that, you know, I still got progress and stuff to make. So I did carry that chip on my shoulder for a long time, especially up to college, you know, and through college. Even when I got to college, you know, I still had the mindset when we played a bigger D1A team, like, you know what I'm saying, I want to show that, and I want to prove that I can compete with these guys, you know, so, like the UConn, the Maryland, the LSU teams that we played, you know, in my time at Towson. And we matched up well against them as a team, you know what I'm saying? Even though we was a D1 AA school, we had a lot of guys like myself on the team, you know. I actually believe that guys that come from smaller schools kind of have to have that chip. They have to have that inner drive, because, you know, that's just the way of the football world, you know what I'm saying? They believe, you know, others believe that D1A is the way. It's the only way. But it's been proven year in, year out that D1 AA's, D2s, D3s, like, you can play ball and
they're gonna find you.
They're gonna find you. And you stick to your craft and you stick to your faith, there's nothing really that can stop you other than yourself. Right.
So first I want to highlight that LSU game, because do you remember your stats from that game?
I think I had like 10 tackles, 2 PBUs, and like 2 sacks and a forced fumble.
So you decided, and this is in Death Valley.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year.
You go in there your sophomore year in the LSU, you post 10 tackles, 2 PBUs, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble.
Yeah.
And somehow this man did not have but one offer. And that just goes to show, like, again, it's not a matter of, you know, who, when, why, any of that. It's a matter of, when I do get this opportunity, I'm gonna make the best of it. And it's obviously seemed to propel you into the league. But before we get there, just kind of throughout that Towson experience, what are some of the things that you still kind of hold on to now? Maybe that you learned along the way, some of the best practices you had as a corner. I know a lot of guys feel like, obviously, if I do a W drill, I figured it out. But obviously there's so much more technique and thought that goes into reading alignments, understanding concepts and things like that. During your time, you know, in college, what things did you do to kind of project you to that next level?
I would say film study. My coach at the time, Derek Johnson, he's actually going to be the DB coach at Millbrook here in Raleigh. He taught us film study, as far as actually knowing what to look for on film as a DB, you know, looking at splits of receiver, looking at the offense, looking at the personnel they bring in. I feel like that elevated when I got to college. Not saying I was watching film in high school, but in college we had more time to watch film, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that helped tremendously, because it slows the game down. It's like you anticipate stuff knowing what you've seen on film. So I feel like that helped.
So give me an example, so for these young DBs at home, and for some of these young receivers who are going to listen to this, because obviously some of the game you've given they can use to kind of counter maybe getting covered up, or kind of help them get open sometimes. What types of things at corner do you look for to kind of give you that extra advantage going into covering whatever great receiver you've covered these days?
Situational football.
Okay.
Understanding that the field's broken up in phases. You know, you got backed up, you got the middle of the field, you got the fringe area, the shot area, then you got red zone. Understand the time of the game, first, second, third quarter. Like, is it towards the end of the quarter? Like, is it towards the end of the second quarter, where it's a 2-minute drill that they're trying to score? Really breaking it down into that aspect, and then you get into the point of, okay, what's the personnel? Is it 11 personnel where it's 3 receivers, or is it 10 personnel or whatever? Once you get to that point, okay, what down is it? Is it third down, which is an important down? Say if it's is it 3rd and 5, we gonna probably have to press this, because opposed if it's 3rd and 10, we can play a little off, Then once you break down that, as far as, okay, when they come out in the formation, what the receiver split is he close to the numbers? Is he on top of the numbers? Is he wide from the numbers? Okay, where's the next guy?
Real quick, why is that important?
Because that predicates a lot of route recognition. If he's wider from the numbers, you can anticipate things like slants, fade, or comeback, depending on how far and how close he is to that red line, so to say. If he's inside the numbers, you can, or if you have a condensed formation inside the numbers, most of the time that condense is going to expand out. So knowing that, as opposed to a spread formation, you might, get a lot of deep or curls or comebacks with two seams if it's 2x2. Like, just understand that, and that helps a lot. And then you get to the aspect of actually studying the person and the people you're going against, studying their mannerism, studying, okay, like this receiver might put this leg up sometimes when he about to run this route, or he might put this leg up sometimes when you know what I'm saying, or sometimes he might stand and he might sway a little bit because he kind of knows which way he about to go already, and just little nuances like that helps the game a lot. It slows it down, but it makes you move faster.
Right. And it's funny you mentioned that, and I hope a lot of that people, you rewind it back, play it, and go through a lot of what you said, because a lot of what you said, and it's funny, the higher you get up into this ladder of football, you and a few other guys that I've talked to have that same mindset of understanding tendencies, understanding, like, a lot of the receivers who come out and they're hanging down, they're chilling in the stands. It's a run play. 9 times out of 10 it's a run play, or either that or you're not involved. But then all of a sudden the guy comes up there, his hands doing the little Odell Beckham thing, his gloves strapped, towel ready, he done looked had his card 6 times, like he's trying to figure it out. You know, okay, something's up.
Yeah.
I done watched you on film every single time you break the huddle. If you running this route, you have your right leg up, and then as soon as you run your in-breaking seam now or stem, now all of a sudden you switch legs just to give you a better, little things like that, as you said. And it's funny that a lot of times people don't understand, or these student athletes don't understand what we mean by becoming a student of the game and taking time and investing yourself, investing your time into your craft. That's what it is. It's taking the time, looking at film over and over again until you're sick in the stomach, repping it until it's become second nature. And then, like you said, when the game slows down, everybody, now that's when plays are made. That's when you can play fast. That's when it's simplified and things like that. So I really appreciate you going through that, because I was in there like, oh yeah, this man been listening. and look, now all the DBs at Millbrook gonna be like, oh yeah. That's our coach done gave him a lot of that game too. Oh yeah, Millbrook definitely, sidebar to what coach is walking into. I know they have a good receiver over there. I know they have some other good pieces, but to know that they have pieces on the staff, that can pour into these athletes, the right information into these athletes, I think that's huge for them. Hopefully Jordan High School don't have to play them no time soon. But so with that, I definitely want to highlight what you got on, because it's one thing to be a football player, but you're obviously way more than that. So when it comes down to Simple Greatness, if you could, show everybody your shirt. So Simple Greatness, I understand that's your brand, kind of where did that come from?
It came about in 2016. And what I mean by it is can't be measured, and it was ultimately a testament to my journey from high school, Pop Warner, to where I'm at now.
Right.
Me believing that we all got something within us that keeps us driving, keeps us pushing throughout life, and that's just not just athletes, that's everybody in general.
Right.
We all got some type of simple greatness within us, and it was really a testament to that, and that's how it came about. We've had 2 camps. We haven't done one in the past couple of years due to COVID and some other things, but we are planning on revamping a whole bunch of things as far
and
as
that's here in the Raleigh,
North Carolina.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we did it at St. Aug. Had 2 successful camps. Our goal is to run it back this upcoming spring, to where we also gonna start with some charity give backs leading up into that point. Right now it's my brand, but I'm in the process of officially making it a foundation.
Oh, cool.
So we can really do the things that we want to do, pushing forward for Raleigh in the state of North Carolina and everywhere else, wherever God takes us.
Right.
But that's really how it came about. Like I said, me personally, I just think we all got simple greatness within us. Nobody wants to be counted out.
Yeah.
But then everybody wants to prove themselves right.
Right.
And I believe that's ultimately what it is.
That bet on yourself mentality.
Like, you yourself, are where you are. And some people probably think you wasn't going to get to where you are, but you knew within yourself that you would get where you are,
right.
and you still have further to go.
Right.
And that's why I have on my wristband, seek greatness, because it's always a seeking mentality. You know what I'm saying? If you seek, you'll find. You know what I'm saying? If you keep seeking that daily, I think it really comes down to doing something daily, like looking at it as like it's a process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna be perfect in one day. It's all about building up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
So for those of y'all, well, I know you're thirsty for one of these shirts, because I was. For those of y'all who need one of these shirts, Tye, could you please tell all these good folks where they can grab one of these beautiful shirts?
You can go to simplegns.com. Again, that's simplegns.com to get one of your great shirts.
And that's dope, because it kind of also, if you don't mind me putting my little spin on it, because I think when I looked at it, Simple Greatness, and wow, I was like, man, I need to get me a shirt. Like, I gotta get me one. And just for y'all, I got my shirt. so yeah, got my shirt. But I think the biggest thing is, like, I thought it embodied you, like, even more so to the standpoint of, yeah, you've achieved greatness, you're still achieving greatness, but it was the simplicity part that I like, because to you, I mean, you're a normal dude.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've always loved about you. Every time, no matter where we are, remember we linked up in Tampa one time, linked up here, where no matter what it is, numbers change, whatever, you always have been the same dude. And it's cool because it was nothing flashy that you did to get to that point. It's not like I'm posted, all over Instagram, or I wasn't the guy on HighSchoolOT, every single night or whatever it was, but somehow or another, you still playing. Like, you're still getting to it. You still, achieving your dreams, living them out every day. And I think that when people look at that shirt, like, there's nothing crazy going on with the shirt, which are some of the best clothing lines, are the ones that are just clear cut, to the point, very simple, for those of y'all at home. But the biggest thing is it describes who you are, and it is very relatable to the masses. And so that I just wanted to give you your kudos there, and I'm glad I got my shirt. And so finally, I know the NFL does a lot with the My Cause, My Cleat thing. But I was driving in, and I was like, man, let me look up, because I always wonder what your cause was. And it's funny, your cause kind of ties into back to being home. I believe you said it was ABC?
Yeah,
ABC
Food Tours.
That has a little bit of a backstory, I think. Talk to me a little bit, or tell everybody about kind of your cause, your cleat.
I partnered with ABC Food Tours, which was founded by Matt James and Matt James.
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, Matt James, and Tyler. But that came about, I had did a couple of food tours with them. One was in New York, and what they do with the food tours, they go to a school, and they go to a classroom, and they take the kids to a neighboring food spot, restaurant around the city, and spend a day with them. And just help open their minds to different foods that they maybe never tried, and stuff like that. And also teaching them about the food, how it was made, and also, other things, just having fun with them and bringing them, expanding their mind outside the classroom. And I really love the concept. And with the NFL, you have to have a foundation for your My Cause, My Cleats. And at the time, like I said, Simple Greatness not a foundation yet, so I couldn't do Simple Greatness. I called Matt and I asked him would he mind if I did partner with him for ABC Food Tours, My Cause, My Cleats, and I did that, and it went well.
Wow. So. Well, that's cool. You got two guys from the Raleigh area, obviously doing big things, but being able to use their platforms, what is a lot of this is about, using your platform, to get whatever message out there, but to obviously grow who you are, but to provide awareness as well. Honestly, man, I think that it might be something where maybe, you know, next year, I don't know if the NFL allows it, or this year coming, it might be a Simple Greatness collab with the ABC food tours on the cleat, one cleat Simple Greatness, one cleat food tour. Ooh, I need 10%.
We can't say too much.
Actually, it's for a good cause. I'm sorry, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of the proceeds. Y'all didn't get that. But yeah, man. Other than that, I just appreciate your time and everything that you're continuing to do. And do you have anything for me or anything you want to give to the folks at home?
I want to probably end with one more thing.
Yeah, for sure.
To the high school guys coming up, with camera, without camera.
Zoom in.
I want to say to the ones who are kind of starting to doubt themselves in the process. You could look at me as a testament that I ain't have no stars coming out of high school. I had, like I said, one offer that came before signing day. It came 2 months before signing day, and that was the school I ended up choosing. And I went to, I ended up starting for 4 years at D1 AA school. Ended up getting drafted 5th round by Seattle in 2015, and now I'm going on year 8. And I believe that's a testament to my faith and also my work ethic and me believing that everything happens for a reason. And I'm speaking to somebody out here that maybe you feel like it might be time to give up. I'm telling you not to give up, because your giant that you need to defeat is always at that gate. And that if a giant is at that gate, that means it's time for you to press through it, and you're gonna get through it. And once you defeat that giant, that gate's gonna open for you. Don't run from it. And like I said, Simple Greatness came about through my testimony. I've been cut 5 times since being in the NFL, and that still hasn't stopped me. I still got a lot more to show and to prove to myself, my family, and my Savior. And I think it's gonna work out for myself and those watching.
Man, oh man, brother. Nothing else needs to be said. I appreciate your time, the TJ Thorpe Show. This is what it's all about. Kudos, because he's still going, and I believe every word that comes out of his mouth. Man, it's been a pleasure. Anytime you want to come back, let me know. Real quick, who needs to be on here next? Who needs to be in that same hot seat? Uh-oh.
I say Nigel King, Doug Middleton. Who else, man? Braxton Berrios.
Okay.
He came from Cap City. He got to come here.
Braxton Berrios.
Yeah.
Nigel King, Douglas Middleton.
Yep.
Big Doug. Fresh. All right, all pro, everything. I need them all. So we need y'all to come on back and give some game to everybody. Thank you again, brother.
TJ Graham.
Okay, TJ Graham. It's all these NC State guys. Like, that's the issue. We're going to get some UNC guys first, then we'll come back and get the NC State. Other guys didn't go to NC State, so they're good. But yeah, Lord, man, why you had to do that?
My bad.
But yeah, again, it's signing off. Boom, boom, boom. Simple Greatness. TJ Thorpe Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bow. What's going on, everybody? This is TJ Thorpe, and you're watching the TJ Thorpe Show again. So that means keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Today we're at Rolesville High School, and we have, he's all world. He's the top in the state. He still can't run routes better than me, but the man's on his way, and he has a really bright future. So without further ado, Ohio State commit Noah Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah, it's a pleasure to have you here, brother. So we'll jump right into it. What everybody wants to know is why Ohio State? I was going to start with the Pop Warner and build on up, but let's just get to it. Why Ohio State?
I believe Ohio State is where I want to be. That's where my heart was at. My family recognized how happy I was when I chose the decision to go there, and I believe that what they got going on is second to none. Brian Hartline's doing a great job. I feel like learning from guys that he's already developed, like learning under Marvin Harrison and other guys there. Like
the list is there's so many of them.
So many, and the competition. I mean, playing with the best. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So I just want to be great, and I feel like that's a great opportunity that I can't pass up on. But I also just want to say that every other school that I have offered from is a great opportunity too. But I feel like my route to Ohio State is just where I want to go. So,
well, you know, it's funny, and I think Ohio State fans should really key in on one thing you just did, the class that this young man has just shown. Because he could have just, you know, did his thing, Ohio State, that's where it's at, clearly. But he's still giving y'all love for even taking the time and even, you know, supporting them and taking the time to recruit them because, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? But
yes,
but with that being said, I know Ohio State is kind of being known now as Receiver U.
Yes, sir.
They've put a lot of talent in the league from Michael Thomas's on down, right? So where do you think in that whole realm of receivers, before we pivot back to what got you to becoming this crazy imposing receiver that you are, where do you think you want to or where do you fit in some of those Ohio State greats? Where is your gameplay kind of fitting there? Are you a speed guy? Are you a big catch? I mean, we've seen you make plenty of catches, but are you just the, you know, possession guy who can go up and grab the ball? Talk to me.
I'll say I'm definitely a deep threat playmaker.
Okay.
I feel like if you got a guy who could throw it to me and get to me deep, nobody can run with me. And I'm also that long type of guy. People think I'm just only a deep threat, but I could do short intermediate stuff, catch the ball, get some yak. And I feel like the way I'm developing, I'm just getting better on route running. That's just going to help me get even more open. So
No, for sure. Definitely getting more technical. So we're going to hold that thought real quick and get into kind of the earlier you.
Yes, sir.
So you're originally from North Carolina?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you
Raleigh.
A lot of these guys grew up on these Pop Warner teams. Right? I was a Tri-County Panther growing up out in Durham. I don't know what they're doing now. Don't. We'll stop the interview and we can tussle it out. But okay, so who did you play for? I know Justin Burris was a Capital City Steeler, as well as my man Tye Smith, and they all guys you'll see next year. So watch your words. Not next year. I'm sorry, but at some point. So watch your words.
I played with North Raleigh Bulldogs.
Okay.
A lot of guys come out of that program. Derek Thomas, Naheem Hines.
There you go.
I mean, Bryce Love.
All the love.
Bro, it's crazy how many people just came out. But,
right. Football was your first love, or were you got some height on you, so you play basketball at all? Or?
Basketball, then we fell in love with football, and then I got introduced into track from meeting Reggie Love. And then I just started running track, football. Then it's just been track and football, and then football just took over now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you touched on something that I think a lot of the viewers, a lot of the younger athletes who want to follow in your path should really hone in on. It ain't enough to just run sprints when coach says so. Part of him running track is understanding, guys, how to run. That's why the man say you can't run with him. I thought it was just you gonna be just a freak athlete. No. You can't run with the man because you probably got a good drive phase. You probably know how to get them knees up and slide, cheek to cheek, doing your thing. Talk about real quick kind of what track has done for you as it pertains to football, how it's helped you, as far as maybe some of those big time catches, some of those, breakaway runs, and talk about the importance of why that could help someone else.
I feel like track helped a lot. If my mom ain't really invested in me running track, I'll be a step below. Okay. Because it just does nothing but help you and open up your body and having your body get used to, being in a certain situations,
right.
like
those
out
bursts.
there running. Yeah.
Yep.
But with track though, like it's like a building block. You
Right.
still getting faster and going up from there with your speed. But I feel like running track at a young age just really helped me realize where my potential could be
Right.
as a true sprinter. So,
Right. So what's your 40 time looking like right now?
I'll say a high 4.5.
Okay. And then probably on game day it's probably a little faster than that, getting away from folks. Okay. So you talk about your mom, and I would imagine your parents probably play a pivotal role in getting you to where you've been, or where you're going, I should say.
Yes,
So when you're coming up through the rankings, what types of morals, types of things did she instill in you, or your pops or whomever instill in you, to so that these fans here who gonna watch this know what type of recruit they're getting? Because obviously you see it all the time. People act up, but you seem to have your stuff together.
Oh yeah, definitely. She definitely tells me priorities first. So school is definitely gonna be first, and also staying out of trouble.
Right.
But with her having time to invest in me, I feel like it's important. She knows it's important for me to be investing in something, to have my time worth it, and
Right.
me enjoying something I love.
Right.
So I just thank her for that and what she has done. So
Cool, man. Well, I'll let you rest and get you out the hot seat. We'll talk about something a little more your speed, something more natural for you, which is these plays that you make. So time and time again, dog, I'm seeing grabs like, I don't know why they not on ESPN. Maybe Nick ain't sending them in quick enough. I don't know.
yeah, I'm trying to get on there.
Yeah, Nick, get the man on there.
ESPN, let me get on top 10.
ESPN, get the man on top 10, Lord. You about to have him on there anyway, whether you want to or not. It's coming. So get the man on top 10, Lord. What else do he need to do? He's already going to be on a college video game soon, college video game. I'm glad I just walked myself right on into that. So the college video game coming back out. The last time it was even a thought, it was 2014. I was on it. I was an impact player. 91 speed. Just for some who want to go back and play it on your PS3 or 4 or whatever. But so you have the opportunity now to not have to create your player anymore. Like you there now. So I asked this question to Jay Brown Harvey, and he gave me some outlandish numbers. Jay Brown, we heard about you dropping that ball too after you told me you were 90 catching, but we'll get back to that. So you, Ohio State, starting out, true freshman, what are your attributes going to look like on this game? Start with overall, or end with overall, but I want speed, catching, awareness. What you talk to me. Make Noah Rogers on the game.
I definitely got to be at least 85.
Okay.
Yeah.
You starting out 85 overall?
Yeah.
All right, tell me why. I need to know why. I need to know why, where you speed at, all that.
On Madden, since everybody gonna be, NCAA, since everybody gonna be fast, my speed probably gonna be around like I'll say maybe an 87.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aggressive catching got to be a 95.
Got you.
And contested.
Yep.
Acceleration, I'll say a smooth 80. Where else? What's some other?
Talk about blocking.
Oh, blocking?
Yeah, let me hear your strength numbers. What you throwing in the weight room? So because I don't necessarily want a big receiver who
I ain't
he's just
scrawny,
getting pushed around. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I be in the weight room.
Okay.
I'm not a bench guy, but
You don't gotta be.
When it comes
You
to
can
legs
clean,
and all
you can
that,
do all that. Yeah.
I'm up there with numbers.
Okay. So on the game, where your strength gonna be at? And you better not say nothing lower than a 75.
I'll say 75.
All right,
keep
we
it
gonna
balanced. Keep it balanced.
Uh-oh. Somebody in the crowd giving me a 6.
Nah.
No. Okay. All right.
Not weak.
All right.
Not weak. It's up here.
It's up here. Oh,
Yeah,
it's the dog
up here.
mentality. I
Yeah.
got you. Well, and here's the thing. That's what college is for. That's what this year is for. You've got the monkey off your back, right?
Yeah.
So you know where you're gonna go to school. So now everything you should do from here on out, right, is gonna prep you for that moment. I like that you were modest with your ratings, right? Gives you room to grow.
Yes,
So I appreciate you being humble. But do you play both ways? Are you at all anything on defense? You don't return kicks?
Oh no, I
There we
do.
go. Okay.
Punt return,
There we go.
kick return.
You
If
want
I'm
to do
being
that at
honest,
the next level?
Yeah, no. I'm not doing punt return. I'll do kick return. Nah, like if you watch me play and do a punt return, I'm never catching it. I'm gonna let it bounce. I'm gonna let you watch the ball, and I'm gonna come pick it up, and then I'm gonna take it. I do that all the time. If I catch it, you could be right there. I'll take the hit, or I'm just gonna take it to the crib. But kick return, I love that. As long as you just get out the way and just get me space, I can get us good spacing. But I do love kick return. But outside though, I don't play defense. But if you put me at safety, I can make a play.
So you have your focus, but you kind of a ATH. I know that there's some guys on your team that fully embody that athlete role. So I won't, take their thunder just yet. But that's dope, man. I like the fact again that you're a very humble dude. So route running. Where do you need to go into this next level? Where do you think you need to improve?
Being a little bit more twitchy.
Okay.
Everybody can run a route, but
Right.
there's always going to be a defect in your route that you're trying to increase. I mean, I feel like being twitchy, knowing when you're not going to know when I'm about to break down.
Right.
Really, my hip movement, I want
Yeah.
to get that right in my route running because being too stiff,
It's hard to get in and out of cuts.
Yeah,
for
so-
sure.
and knowing I'm a big guy, I know that a lot of young guys may not know this, but working on your applied metrics,
There you go.
getting that right.
Right.
If you get that right,
Learning how to
especially
move.
as a guy with size, you're just gonna be off the charts.
Learn it. Yeah, because you're a big guy. You're an explosive guy. So learning how to control that power, learning how to balance, learning how to drop that weight. Because I'm looking at everybody can see it. The man is what? You at least 6'2",
Yeah.
right? So
Let's say
so-
6'3".
6'3".
Let's just say that.
All right, he's still growing. He gonna grow until he's 21. So we'll say 6'4" by the end of it. But so naturally, there's little indicators, right? That you being taller, any drop of weight is gonna tip the DB. Oh, he might be breaking down,
Yeah.
right? Any foot drag, might tell him he's breaking down. He's coming to a stop. Something's up. So maybe, and this is just from me to you, as a shorter, more compact, shifty receiver, maybe you work on your running posture. You're a track guy, so
true.
you understand what it means to drive out, shoulders already at a 45 grinding out.
That's true.
And that way, when you stopping, it's not as, whoa, it's a, you know what I mean? So little things like that, but it's good that you know that already. It's good. Why do you train with somebody around here? Or?
I train with Mike Mason. Him
Okay.
and my brother train me. Been training with him my brother been training with him about 5 years. I've been training with him about 3.
Right.
But the stuff he's been doing it just be getting me right. Honestly, I felt like what he's done with my brother is develop him to a whole new level. And my mom feels like having a trainer that's hard on you, because he's not a guy who's just sweet. Like if I mess up twice, he gonna be like, "Bro, what is you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, I
He
gotta
gonna
pick
get
this
on
up."
you.
Yeah, so like, I feel like that's a great mentor and
Right.
training to have. So
And it's funny you mentioned that because last episode we went back in Wake Forest. Actually, my old trainer's in Wake Forest now, and he put me through one of my old workouts. Dog, I almost died. It was ugly. I was on the floor, breathing crazy. But one of the things he touched on was being that relationship part and understanding that part of the reason you're here at this level now is because you don't have somebody who's just telling you yes all the time. You don't have somebody who's just letting you coast through things. You got somebody who's pushing you. You got somebody who's telling you what you don't want to hear, being a good figure for you to go to that next level. So, cool, I'm glad you gave us that insight. So lastly, man, or almost lastly, getting to the conclusion, I understand that, part of my stuff is you're a freak now. He might be the freak of all freaks here in North Carolina. Dude makes play after play after play. So every time you get in the end zone, talk to me. What's your thing? Are you just give it to the rough, dap the boys up. You got a little personality with it. Like, talk. What you got?
If you watch HighSchoolOT, you probably remember I did a backflip and I almost hit the camera guy. It was right over there. After that, like, I just kept celebrating. And my coach was like, all right, you got to chill out because they out here throwing flags, kicked out for 2 games. So
right
now it just might be a little, you know, go to the camera. I don't know.
Okay.
Throw a little rock and roll sign. Or
okay.
Something, you know.
You know, you just having a good time. We just partying. Okay, I get you. So this year, I put Christian on the spot. I even put Jay Brown on the spot. So I got to put you in that same hot seat. What's that celebration going to look like? Because, I mean, I know different games cost for different things. I know you blowing the team out. Maybe it's just, they already is done. Or maybe it's that rivalry game. Somebody done said something crazy to you. Now you fired up. What's that go-to celebration?
I would say energy.
Energy?
Yeah, like if we just scoring and running straight to the sideline, that's a little boring. Like, we need some energy to keep going. After we just offense just scored and we celebrating, we need defense to go out there and get a stop, make some noise.
Okay.
And stuff. So I'll say energy.
Well, I'm glad you said energy. Nick, I'm glad he said energy because I need to see your energy. I need you to take me through. I'll let you, this will be the only time somebody will dunk on me, but we could read, I'll let you dunk on me, whatever you got to do, but then I need to see the celebration. The people want to see the top player in the state. Now, get me. The top player in the state, not the top receiver, not the top player in the state. We want to see what's going on. I don't know if you got any TikToks. I know Christian, sorry, Christian did his little, y'all seen him on the 7-on-7 thing? That was live. I was like, oh, okay. They took that to Vegas now. Shoot. So I need to see what Rolesville talking about. I mean, we can bring in any type of ad-libs, any help you need to phone a friend. How we need to do this?
Should we bring it out?
Should we bring it out now later?
I mean, we
could put them on notice because, hey, look, once it's out there, they can't steal it. That's all I'm saying. Uh-oh, they pulling the phone. So hold on, we got to tag my boy in. Uh-oh. So who do we have here real quick? Who do we have? Uh-oh, here we go. Who do we have here real quick so the cameras know? Come step up here with me.
Tamarcus Cooley, my guy, my brother.
Uh-oh.
Best DB in the nation, for sure, hands down. ATH, not even a DB, my fault, but this the guy who's gonna get me ready for college and make me better. So
iron sharpens iron, people, and this brother, he's gonna have his own episode. So he don't even have to say nothing right now. He's gonna have his whole episode to himself to show y'all why he's the athlete of athletes now. So I'm gonna let you brothers have the floor.
We got to be like right here.
Okay, show me what we got.
Yeah.
I can't even do that. Look at these boys flipping it. Hey, don't do that no more either in flip-flops, because Lord, Ohio State coaches, I'm sorry, I know he shouldn't be flipping in flip-flops, but it's just for TV. God, I want him to do it one more time, but yeah, y'all got that. So any backflips in the end zone or on the sideline, it's them. They did it first. Rolesville did it first. So Noah, man, thank you.
If you're a ref, you watching, don't flag me. It's just bringing energy to the team, man. It's just bringing energy.
Please don't flag them. North Carolina, the officials association, we don't want any problems. We're just here to have a good time. We're just freaks doing what freaks do, which is turning up on everybody who is not. That's all. That's all. So with that being said, Noah, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your time.